There's the camera. Thank you. I don't know what any of that means, but I appreciate it.
So pronunciation aside, and apologies to the German restream, that was supposed to be good luck and have fun.
Oh, thank you. Perfect. Speaking of languages, where do we end up with the language bid war?
Yeah, I'm going to have to keep that imaginary German phrase book handy because German is our language of the day. So might take a few tots later on.
All right, we got the Deutsch, funnily enough. They didn't translate this menu item for any of the languages we were finding out. Anyway, hi, I'm Delphi. I'm running this game, Supraland. Behind me on the couch is...
Hi, I'm Marco. I also go by Pew Pew Arrows online.
He's going to be here, help me out, help me not forget things, keep it on track. And I guess we're ready to go at any moment. The time will start when I get control. So I'll hit start, there'll be a little intro cutscene that'll bring us through, I'll talk us through, and then I'll call out when we're starting. So, German, spielen. I apologize in advance for me randomly shouting out German words that I see in the game. It's going to happen. It's partially why I prefer this. So here we go. Lot. Can't help myself. So this is Supraland, as you can sort of see by the overlay. This takes place in a child sandbox. You are a little red toy, and you are in fact the Prince of Redville, and you need to go on a quest that this child has chosen. He freaks me out. Anyway, so we are going to go on a quest. It is a 3D Metroidvania. It is a mostly solo dev effort by David Munich. It is incredible, and it's one of my favorite games. Time now. So we start our journey in our house. We have our parents here, Sprechen. We speak to them, and they say, oh, and I come outside okay, stole my camera, turn me around. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it right off the bat. That's never happened before. So I got that out of the way. We got our svert, our sword. This game is full of little references. So this one, it translates to like, oh, it's not dangerous anymore now that you have this. This game is rife with exploration, puzzles, and in the speedrun, the combat's quite relevant. In the main game, it's less important because you kind of get pretty overpowered. In this, we don't get overpowered. So I find that the combat is quite significant, and we'll go over that as it starts to ruin me a little bit later. But as we get forward, I'm going to cover, so we're doing a little light story. This is the any percent glitchless, which means beat the game without things that are glitches. We'll also cover what glitches are later, because it might get confusing. But I'm going to need a little bit of help here. So we are about to go figure out some things with the story, and that's going to involve Die Blauen, or the blue ones. So anyone who wants to participate in the audience, in chat, whatever, as we see the blues, as we reference the booze, we go, Die Blauen. Because they're hitting our pipes. I don't know what's going on with that. So that is a meme in the speedrunning community. I'm just going to live with it. Die Blauen! So, yeah, they're responsible for what's going on, probably. I don't know. We don't really solve all that in the speedrun. Tempo ×2, we just got our first speed upgrade, and I was so fast that I hit that button twice. And this whole beginning section is a loop of collecting barrels and coins. So the barrels enable us to get upgrades, and the coins let us buy them, which I think is a little bit like double dipping. I feel like just pick one, but whatever. So we're gonna grab this, and let's see if I can get up here. Oh, okay, cool. You saved like a second, it's not that big a deal, but it looks good to me. There's all these little things where I'm like, if I'm just running through the game, I don't feel like a speedrunner. So we just got the Force Cube, which is our first like real upgrade now. Ooh, we got the swag shot, almost caught it. That's great. That's a paint machine. One of the things this game does really well is has all its puzzle mechanics build on each other, and like from the very beginning to the end, we see the paint machine. So now I have this Force Cube, which lets me create a Force Cube. It's a big, heavy cube. It's purple. It's nice. It's glowy. And I use it for a little bit of vertical height, like right here, to jump over that. Grab some more, a double wallet upgrade, and then we are going to use this. It's going to look, we're just jumping around like fools. What we're really doing this for here is to manipulate, or just mess with, really disrupt the enemy AI. The enemies, like at this point, we do 2 damage with our sword. One of these enemies takes a bunch of hits. It's just not worth fighting. So we try to just get in their way. We put those down, and it worked for the most part. And you can see we can get a little extra distance with that as well. So, right, like I said, we're getting coins. Coming back here to grab the loot upgrade. That is a little time loss mitigation. If we get hit, if we have to fight enemies, we can at least get coins from them. Early in the run, we need the coins, and then after a certain point, we just don't need them at all. Hey, first try. That's a little thing that's not in any of the leaderboard runs right now. So I'm saving that for when I eventually... Oh, there he is, pirate. Grrr. Oh, the skeletons participated with their evil little laughs. They're like, okay, that's not, okay, good. So these jumps I'm doing with the Force Cube look fairly trivial, like you just hit it and spam, but it's not as easy as it looks. And I would like to talk about, back when I was learning this, so Kamuchin is the, currently on the German restream with Bluesvelt, so hi. And is the current world record holder, was the former world record holder before I took it briefly. And I based my run off of his run, which was a marathon run in Germany. It was a world record run. And so I don't speak German at all, except for the credit song, which I learned of this game. So I just had YouTube translate, tell me what he was saying, and he was very engaging. And I learned a lot about this. And so one of the things I remember learning early was, he was talking about those Force Cube jumps are not trivial, and that is an understatement. But once you learn it, it's not too bad. So now we've got our Doppelsprung, or our double jump. Oh, okay, so now is the moment to talk about these skeletons. Sometimes they are just completely a non-factor, and sometimes they are absolute, like they will find you no matter where you go, and right today they seem like they're being menaces. They've literally chosen violence. Oh my. Okay, so, oh gosh, I hope we don't see Tot. Okay. I'm trying to, I can't disengage them. No.
I mean, you did mention that combat is important in the context of the speedrun, so here we are.
Okay, so now I'm low enough that if I jump for health and I miss it, I'm gonna hit the, okay. If I jumped for that and hit the cactus first, that would have killed me. So they were just being menaces. I couldn't bring myself to die intentionally there, even though we get taught to. If I'm getting taught, it's gonna be legitimate. So here we go, moving on. They're not usually that rude. So now coming over here to get another barrel. Hopefully this one cooperates. And Marco, help me out.
The enemies in this game are one of the biggest sources of RNG for the speedrun. As you can see, we've practiced this many times, and I've never seen the enemies be as aggressive as this. So it's fun for the GDQ audience.
Yeah, it's a difference. It's a silent difference because I've watched runs, like good runs and bad runs of my own. I'm like, what's the difference? And like that's just a huge time difference. So it's fine. It's not a huge deal here. And now I'm about to get the final upgrade for this section, the Doppelsprung. Notice that I was very careful there with that and didn't grab it quickly. It's because if I accidentally grab the wrong upgrade, I would then spend those coins and then I would have to go get more. In this case, I actually had enough to cover the difference, but I wasn't going to take a chance. Hi, Mom. That's my... Oh, she just says hey. Is the hey in German hey? I don't know that. So in here we got our legally distinct children's toy blocks, and we're going to come up here. There's a lot of legally distinct stuff in this game. I always find the graphics very charming. And so here's a good moment to talk about what glitchless means. So one of the categories of glitchless is no out of bounds. And we are not out of bounds. This game has a lot of traversable area that's by design. You think you've gotten one over on the game developer, and then you go somewhere really weird like this, and then there's like a treasure chest with like an item upgrade, like a decent upgrade, not even just coins. Mm-hmm. So I cribbed that from Esno's No Major Glitches run, and it works for the category. So here we are. Now we are headed towards that big old crystal up there. It looks kind of orange. That's the red MacGuffin. And that is our next upgrade. I'm going to throw a Force Cube down there. Speaking of legally distinct, there's a legally distinct Indiana Jones down there that I just killed with that. We're not going to meet him today, but if you get the game, which you should, you can go take him out yourself. So now as I'm running here and getting a couple coins, this would be a good time for a donation or two.
I've got you. And so does David Orland with $50. Crush it, Dan, like a chicken carbonara sub on a Friday.
You can do one more.
Absolutely. Another $50 into Doctors Without Borders from K2. Let's go, Delphi. Pick up the pace.
Oh, thank you so much. Those are some friends of mine, and that is a reference to the fact that I go to Quiznos every single Friday. This is not an ad. And get the same sandwich, and I have, yeah, it's great. Anywho, so...
Please don't keep Quiznos inside the sandbox. Those two things don't belong together.
So back there, I had a moment. I just kind of dodged that enemy that came out of that volcano. No big deal, as would be in a typical sandbox. Okay, so 3 for 3, like practice on site and this. I have missed this jump every single time. It's not hard. It's just not fun. So those volcano enemies, they called rollies. Or at least that's what the Germans spam in chat when they're running around attacking you. I think they're pretty trolly. They can kind of ruin your day. Once again, it's a theme. Even though combat's not super important, it is the speed run. And here we've got our legally distinct battery that we're going to use, introducing puzzle element number 2, the electricity. We use this here, and it's going to be relevant for the next while.
And again, on the topic of not being sponsored, I want to tell everyone that was a Supracell battery.
Yes, Supracell battery. Okay,
any resemblance to existing brands in this world or any other is purely coincidental.
There he is, pirate. Grr.
Grr.
So I'm going to do this really. I'm just going to call it 1, 2. That was a little low. 3. All right, I'm going to throw a 4th one just in case. I was right on that second one being low. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, we got it. All right. I've actually been getting better at this. I just kind of accepted for a while that I was never going to get better at that. And I am. So here we come. I've got 32 coins. I need to keep track of that number where I need 40 to get this next upgrade coming up. I've got 36. So 4 on my route, which means I don't need to get any extra ones. So now as I do this really boring section, I can squeeze in another donation.
Yeah, my pleasure. Another $50 from Andrea Carrillo. For my favorite speedrunner, Delphi. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, that's Andrea. She's on the couch, the back couch back there. She came all the way out here with me to, at great expense and great trouble, to support me here tonight. So thank you. Okay, so we got our blue guy there. Oops. Grr. Thank you. Gosh, I wasn't on my game.
Can't forget the Gurs.
Can't forget the Gurs. So now we're in the Holy Land. We're going to come down to legally distinct Mr. Miracle. And we're going to take his halo away because someone else needs to be holy more than him.
I appreciate the depiction of Ecce Homo, the restoration on our religious figure there.
And we're going to quickly, so his halo kind of was lackluster and it was kind of brown. So we're going to make it gold and then we're just going to give it to this guy. And then the joke is that I don't have hands. So it would be hovering if I stood over there, but that takes time. And so I just shoved it in the wall. I've got questions about whether or not that's truly glitchless, and all to that person I would say is, well, it's on the leaderboard now, so I guess it's fine.
The rules are as the community say they are.
Yes.
It's typically how speedrunning works.
So here we've got me standing next to a Force Cube. There's Doc Brown from Back to the Future. That is one of 2 references that has existed in this game from Back to the Future, so I'm assuming David Minnick is a fan. The other one was removed some time back, and I wasn't sure, and he wasn't sure why. He wasn't even sure that it was removed. But it was a character dressed up as Marty McFly Jr. from Back to the Future 2, and I recognized it immediately. And I think it might have just been too deep of a cut, even though Back to the Future is a popular movie. Anyway, so now I've got this red key card. I painted it. In the past, I've got a route where I tried to bring it with me on a magical journey and not have to paint another key card later, and it is decidedly slower than just going and painting it again, so we don't do that. There we go, we hit that, and now we're gonna get an upgrade. This is important. This is our blaster cooldown, Halbert. It halves the cooldown of our blaster. So we need to be able to shoot more quickly in order to take out the enemies that are going to be swarming us fairly soon. So as we come up on this next section, we got another, there he is, that's stinking pirate over there.
Grr.
Grr. Die Blauen. Oh my, let's recover it. Oh, okay, there we go. That didn't, first try. All right. I don't understand the physics behind that thing. Ooh, yeah, that was good. Earlier today, one of these skeletons just didn't spawn. Shoot that up. So that's a super ball. Those yellow balls are super balls. They're also an important puzzle element. The first game, I believe, there's an earlier game called Supraland, which is kind of a Rocket League-like thing someone described to me, but the David Muke made, and it had these, and so it's got a little reference in here. And one shout out here to Winton Atomic, who's currently second on the leaderboard, to my third. And there's a red pirate who's going to give us an upgrade over here. So we don't ask questions. We just, if we see someone red, we trust them. Wait, what's happening? Why would you do this? You have an
ironic
upgrade
that you would have mentioned your trust at this particular moment.
Oh no!
Die Blauen!
Die Blauen! So now I've got the cutscene, so now is a good time for a donation or two.
Yeah, I got you. Blues Guitar Cat with another $50. Go, Dan, and remember, the cake is a lie. It's an older reference, but it checks out.
We can do another one.
$50 from an anonymous donor. Don't be dismally abysmal.
I know exactly who that's from, too. I love my friends and family and community. They are lovely, and they really have shown up to support me here. So I've got this upgrade. That was the Marty McFly character, who now just looks like a Jedi. It's really disappointing. So we get this upgrade. You can technically skip this. It is not recommended, unless you are literally Neo, and you can dodge attacks like that. So we've got this normal attack that I have does 15 damage. This little laser does 4, but if I combine the two, it does 100 in a massive splash range. So we use that for the rest of that, and that's why I kind of need that cooldown, so I could shoot it pretty close to me and take out enemies. So as we go here, we are moving towards the Blue MacGuffin, which is our next major upgrade, and we have to deal with a bunch of enemies, which I will dispatch with efficiency and aplomb. I don't actually know what that word means, but it sounds really good. And here, oh my goodness gracious. Can we not? Okay, there's people watching this time. Okay. when I stream, and I say stream, where'd the ball go? Here it is. It's really just for me. I stream on YouTube to capture my runs. Sometimes Kamuchin will come by and say hello. So this is by far the most folks I've had watching this. Okay, I'm not throwing for content. I'm gonna try really hard not to die, to get a top tier. Okay, I'm gonna go for that health. Okay.
Oh. But hey, as a language nerd, I just want to tell you, not that it'll necessarily help you understand the definition of aplomb, but you delivered your description about your understanding of the definition of aplomb with aplomb. So,
excellent.
Context clues, if nothing else.
As long as we're being meta.
That's really what's important. I mean, what else is there at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? You got to be meta.
Especially in a game like this, where you're literally taking place in this is on a lampshade. All of this is happening inside a child's toy box, where the only important thing about your items is that they're the right color, which of course is exactly what you need as a child. If it's the red one, it's the lava-powered thing, obviously.
I mean, can we talk about the safety standards? This kid needs supervision. There's lava. He's got rusty tools. He's got swords and knives, and I don't know, electricity.
Well, I mean, yeah. So did you as a child playing in your sandbox. They weren't the actual things, but it was close enough.
I don't know. I don't remember being able to take batteries out there.
Okay, yeah, the batteries are probably an oversight. They do actually specifically say on the package, not for people under a certain age, choking hazard, all that good stuff. So.
Wait, where did that guy come from? Did he jump down, or I'm just gonna ignore him. Genuinely don't know where he came from, and genuinely saying that, and hope that is not foreshadowing to an early death. So we're gonna come in here. I love this section. I always like to say, I played this game casually when it came out. I played the demo, and immediately went and bought it when I finished the demo. And then I did this. This is the first puzzle section I find really challenging. When I came back to it, it took me time to figure out what to do again. And the puzzles in this game are just like that. I had a moment where I was like, wait, did I need to hit that twice? No. But it's an excellent game. It's currently, I should mention, right now it's on Steam for $4. It's on sale. So if you like anything that you see here, go pick it up. It's excellent. They're working on sequels. There's been a DLC game. There was a Supraland 6 Inches Under, which I'm going to start speedrunning at some point. And then Super World, which is in development. It was kickstarted, and they're making their way through the game with a lot of community input.
Remember to hit this twice, Dan.
Thank you. Got to hit that twice. Sometimes I get in this combat and I don't hit it twice. Okay, there we go. And then I have a bad time because I have to figure out which part of the puzzle I messed up. Okay, grab this. And so this coming up is where I would have had the key card. Well, I will have a key card. I just have to make a new one for myself. And we're coming up on that really well signposted blue MacGuffin. I absolutely love it. They trap you in this area. So like I couldn't have gone anywhere. I can't really go that far astray. But the weenies, as they call them, the big things out in the distance to guide you, it just really makes the cells the size of the sandbox. I didn't just make that term up. That's the real thing. And then we're going to paint this red, just like the town. Just babbling at this point. And then we're going to go get our next upgrade, the force belt. Okay. I always forget what it's called in English, and now I don't have the visual cue of what it is, so I just decided to call it first. The Schwebschnall.
Obviously.
So this lets us climb up on metal objects, and this is what I absolutely, this made me super fall in love with this game. A lot of Metroidvanias, you think back to like the original Metroid, for example, and it's like, oh, well, I have a door that I can't break through, and now I have the missile, and I can break through it if I have 5 of them. And now but here it's like a lot more subtle. Like I didn't notice when I first played this that there was metal strewn about the environment in really conspicuous ways that I would know that I'd interact with it. And that sounds sarcastic, but it's not. Like this, I saw pipes over here. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm trapped, but maybe there's a way I get out by getting through these pipes. That's conceivable. But no, we're going to float on them, and I need to get up to that yellow room without dying, which is, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I've only died here once. I'm just going to be really quiet after I said that. Wait, where did you even come from? What? Oh, my goodness gracious. They are just on fire tonight. So that archer's going to, hold on, I got this.
I mean, who doesn't want to be up here on the big stage?
So those archers are a menace. They can one-shot you, because you don't get any upgrades onto health or armor. So they will one-shot you, and they're almost hit scan. So they are what I'm actually afraid of. Fun facts, the world record run before me, they fought those things and ran all the way back here. That teleporter I took was intended. That is casual strats. And somehow it was just missed. And so I had it my run, and it was like an easy, 20, 30 second time save. And it was like, just silly. So as I do some backtracking here, I can get in a donation. I also need to know, am I fighting Rattlehag or am I not?
We won't be doing so today, but thank you to everyone for your incredible generosity. Thousands of dollars raised for Doctors Without Borders.
Congrats for raising all that money, folks. Thank you.
Yeah, on the note of reading more donations with things related to this run, Sir Kai sending in $5 to MSF. Good morning from Germany. Always interesting to hear Americans try to pronounce German words. Look, in my defense, I apologize to the German restream, and I should have also apologized to the German viewers in advance. But like I said, if I can be nothing else, I can be interesting and help raise money for charity. So thank you so much for sending in your perspective, and greetings from Germany.
That's what we're all here for, right? Just to be interesting and raise money for charity. So this is so now we're gonna do the skip. So this is Rattlehag skip. So the incentive was go fight this boss. It's a giant pain, and honestly, it makes the run more difficult, because when you defeat the boss, it spawns in a bunch of enemies. So 1, 2, okay, good. That's the skip. It's a really cool skip, and it's really great. If I could find a way to skip around the right, which I've tried extensively to do, you'd save all this time, but we're gonna walk. It's fine. And I also don't cut these corners at all, because I've absolutely fallen in trying to over-optimize this. So we take it safe, especially in a marathon setting. So I will need to, so I'm gonna set this up. So there's a whole thing that's about to happen over the next few minutes. I'm going to be setting up a series of items where I'm gonna sort of take one item from one section, bring it to the next one, which allows me to trade up, like a paperclip to a house, basically. And so we're gonna trade from this ball over here, or this this orb. I've just been wanting to do that ever since Thank you. You did not disappoint. Thank you, GDQ. So I've got this orb, and I'm going to be bringing this forward from. So I'll take a note to mention that this is the magnet belt is a multi-purpose item. So not only can I climb on metal things, but I can drag metal things with me.
Yeah, you'll see a little bit later on that there are some elements where the Supraland community figured out how to turn this action, FPS Metroidvania, also into a puzzle game using the magnet belt.
Yeah, so it's really, so we do that, and we're going to take that ball. I'm going to respawn that ball in a moment, now that it's done its job. And that's going to allow me in this next section over here. Tragen. Sorry. Can't help it. Can't help it. It is with all love and respect that I say these German words.
I also want to circle back real quick and tell you that like you genuinely gave me one of those like brain shock moments when you mentioned trading up from a paperclip to a house. I'm like, geez, something I haven't thought about in literal years.
I don't even know what the origin of that was, but okay. So that's all the enemies we need to dispatch. Thank goodness. And we're gonna hop up here. So I mentioned that I brought that ball forward. I need that ball. And I'm going to be this section is about conducting electricity. So we're back to electricity, and I'm going to pop this in here, and I'm gonna get an anvil, or anvil of destiny over here. I used to do like a fancy thing where I shove the ball over here, but it's not a time save. So now I have this anvil of destiny, and I'm gonna remember to do this. Haha. It's like a 10% chance I remember to do that. And then we're gonna grab this cube that I think literally only exists at this one section in the game. Much like the boot in Mario 3. It's in one level. And it's the most iconic, this is not iconic. And then we're gonna pop that on there. They do, go ahead, Mark, you were saying something.
No, the orb is where you jumped in.
Oh, thank you.
Got it.
It's, where is it?
Where you jumped when you initially landed in this whole section.
Okay.
Behind you.
Oh, it's behind me.
I hope it didn't roll off.
It's definitely rolled somewhere. Horrible. I thought I pushed it over here. So we're playing our new sub minigame, Find the Ball, which we do in fact need. I thought I threw it over here.
I don't think it's, yeah.
I didn't do you any favors by like noting it either. I just sort of tossed it. All right, well, we're gonna look for the ball. Let's keep things interesting. I was gonna make this joke later with some sponges, but at this moment, I guess I threw that ball for content. Okay, let's take a donation while I look for the ball. Oh, here it is.
Here it is.
We'll take a donation anyway.
Sure, not a problem at all. Cheeto sending in $10 to MSF. Supraland was one of my favorite platformers to come out in the modern era. Can't wait to see it speedrun. So I hope you are enjoying yourself, Cheeto.
So I'm going to give a quick shout out to Hani. There's a group of German runners that I've been referencing, and I asked them like, hey, what do you want to be shouted out for? And she was like, well, there's nothing special about me. I'm just a runner. And then someone chimed in and was like, you're the one who came up with using the magnet belt to drag all these items at once. And you know what? That is an extremely useful, valid contribution to this, and it should be noted. Okay, excellent. Now we have the anvil. So this anvil is going to help us conduct electricity, where otherwise we would need to use a wet sponge. I'm gonna hit this button real quick with no explanation. We'll cover that later, and I'm gonna hit that. Okay, rude. Normally it like flies off. And then we're gonna conduct this. So all of this is I'm gonna get a sponge, basically, and I'm not gonna dampen it. I'm gonna keep a dry sponge. So while I'm solving this puzzle section over here, now's an excellent time for some donations.
Of course. We got another $50 from Andrea. Delphi, you've got this, babe. So proud of you. That sponge doesn't stand a chance. And $100 in from Trevor. It's funny because it's faster than a normal run.
All these people are on fire. You keep going.
You've got it. Let's see. We've got $10 from Blue and Crystal. Hey Delphi, greetings from both Crystal and Blue. It's really great to see Crystal's favorite game here at GDQ. We never would have thought what could come out of a small group of German runners last year. We wish you the best of luck on your run.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna hop back in. So we've solved the puzzle now, and now I have a sponge. So the Anvil of Destiny has reached us here. We don't care about that anymore. This is Sponge of Destiny. We're about to go through here, and we're going to go up to the purple MacGuffin. So we're going to run through here, and we're going to grab the Force Beam, which in German is Force Beam.
All right, I'm updating my German phrase book. Thank you.
And the Force Beam, as we all know, it's a grappling hook that also lets you walk on it and to attach it to wooden objects and also dry sponges for some reason. So all of this,
like Travis Touchdown would have loved having that Force Beam.
So all of this is going to lead up. So I'm going to be climbing this tower, and then I'm going to be using that sponge to basically skip an entire section called Carrot Town, where you get a useless upgrade. I would say no offense to the strength upgrade, but offense to the strength upgrade. And what I'm going to be doing is it's a tricky throw. I believe Mila/Crucial came up with this, and it's just a challenging throw. So my commentator slash maybe friend, depending on how hard he hits me with these sponges, is going to be joining me. But I'm also going to be doing something. So that this could take me, I could do it one try. I could do it in a number of tries that it exceeds more than one digit. And so I'm going to be donating per throw, just to put my money where my mouth is. And so
would you say you're throwing for content?
I am now officially throwing for content and for charity. So what I will be doing is, if anyone wants to join per throw, I'm going to be doing personally. I'm going to $10 per throw. If I overthrow it, which is a problem that I have to recover from, I'm going to donate $50. And if I get it the first try, that's a hundo. So if anyone wants to have their own little thing and join me, this is great. Marco, please don't assault me too bad. But this was my idea with the sponges. I just felt like I'm just going to be sitting here throwing these things, then I might as well have some fun with it. Okay, so there's a specific setup for where to stand, and there's a specific setup how to grab it, and then after this point, it's just fate, so.
Was that first try?
That's first try. Ooh. Okay, so there we go. I'll donate $100 after this for that. That is not common for me.
I'm also disappointed I didn't get to throw so many sponges at you, so I'm just going to hit you with this big one.
No time like the
there we go. Okay.
You missed, but it's okay. So that was way better than expected.
All right, so Marco's first try didn't go as well as Delphi's.
Not at all.
Yeah, don't donate for that. That was
incredibly disappointing.
So yeah, we're out. So lest you think that the Sponge of Destiny has forsaken us,
Look, if the Sponge of Destiny is so great, how come they never made a sequel?
Well, guess what? They did. So now we're going to grab the Sponge of Destiny again, and we're going to be using it coming up for Blueville. Grrr.
Grrr.
Die blowing. So Marco, while I just run this little bit and catch my breath, if you want to.
Oh, absolutely, yes. So we're coming up on one of my favorite sections of the game, which is the Blueville, and it does a very classic, like Nintendoism, even though this game isn't affiliated with Nintendo at all, of you've been building up all of these abilities, gathering all these tools, these upgrades throughout the game, and then in Blueville, they take them all away from you. And so it really showcases how far you've come to be able to do a lot of puzzle solving without all of the abilities you've been gathering over the last two dozen hours of the game.
This is the first time in your commentary you've mentioned that it's one of your favorite parts of the game, because now I'm going to crush your dreams. We're not doing that. We're not doing any of that. None of that's happening.
Well then, Dan, if we're not going to be doing it, then why are we trying to break into Blueville?
What a good question that we didn't rehearse. So there is a... Are you serious? Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. It was like under the pipe. So there is a singular upgrade. So they're nice, they don't just force you to go through that. There's a single upgrade in there that lets us, for our force cube that we'll see in a moment, that our force... Okay, let me just, okay. Thank you. Remember when I mentioned the force cube? Serious? I swear I've played this game before. So we mentioned that the force cube, the force beam attaches to... Did I do it again?
This is the revenge for you getting the sponge first try.
For real though, this is truly the sponge's revenge. This has actually never happened to me before.
So you didn't say you were going to donate for this part, but if you wanted to, we do have an incentive open for Thirsty Suitors coming up next, where you can dap up the dog. Some games let you pet the dog? Yeah, this dog's a little bit cooler than that. So we are already cooking about 20% of the way to the opportunity to dap the dog in Thirsty Suitors. If you are so interested, if you wanted to put your matching donation for Delphi towards something, gdq.gg/donate.
So that was a very scary thing that I just had to do. So there's a jump trigger there. So that aforementioned stealing all your items, that happens at a very specific spot. It's low. It's a high trigger. So you have to jump over it, not past it. And learning that and doing that jump properly took a while. And then once I realized the trick to it, it was... Oh, take a breath. Okay, so I'm going to use a similar trick to before, except this time I can just kind of shove it up here, which normally doesn't take more than one try. Are we just having a good time tonight with the sponge? The sponge, I seriously, now that you've said it, I feel like the sponge has cursed me for getting it a first try.
It really is.
Look, I think our anonymous donor knows who's responsible for this. This is a $5 donation that says, "Greetings from Germany. Die Blauen!"
Oh my gosh, it's definitely it's definitely Die Blauen. So here we go. They really wanted me to stay in Blueville. I don't want to. It's not I don't need this gated community nonsense here. So we're gonna grab this, we're gonna put this up here. These like little scalloped edges, if you will, are very frustrating, so I have to make sure I put it what looks like really far over the edge. And so now we've got our upgrade for the gold module for the force beam, which will allow me to attach it to gold things. And we are going to get ourselves out of here. There is one more trigger that I could hit on the way out that I'm just gonna say it afterwards. Wait till I land. That I have never hit.
Okay.
But I know that it's there. Given the luck I've been having this evening, I wasn't gonna take any chances with that. And I didn't see any archers spawn, so I'm just ignoring those enemies. Like at this moment, nothing is really super relevant unless it's an archer. So let's see, who?
Speaking of things that are relevant,
Yes.
Gromit, it's cheese.
It does. This looks so cool. Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
Smooth. Wait, we can save it.
Oh.
We can't save it.
I'm blowing. I'm just gonna blame them for everything now.
Yeah, no, Mama Vader's got you covered there with a $10 donation. Needed to donate this here right now, and I'm actually buying the game on Steam at the moment. So guten Morgen from Germany, and die Blauen.
Thank you so much. Oh man, I think it's like 8, 9 o'clock there, so it's in the morning out in Germany. So these things can ruin my day. These rollies that pop out. Ooh. I'm gonna turn around okay, so I can at least see it coming if I'm gonna lose it.
Terrible death.
Die a terrible death. So fortunately, we didn't take a death in there, so I still got my Supra Ball, which we unsuspiciously grabbed earlier. And the whole point of this section, hold on, let me not mess this up. Shout outs to Wind Atomic again for this little skip. Cool. Is to, boom. Someone wants 2 gold nuggets, very specifically, and I don't have any gold nuggets because I am in a child's sandbox. And so I'm gonna take these rocks and paint them with yellow, and he's gonna think that these cheese, I'm gonna give him some cheese, and he's gonna think it's gold. And he's very happy, c'est mein Gast. And I'm gonna go down here and get an upgrade that he's gonna give me. So there's no fraud there, that was all legit. I paid him, and now I've got the compatibility upgrade, so I can hit the force beam with the force cube, which gives me a lot more options. And while I navigate this bit, I am open for some more donations if you have any.
Happy to tell you about them. First of all, thank you very much for that first try sponge, because it did result in several people donating to help Dap the dog, like Din Wiesel sending in $100 to Doctors Without Borders, Hundo for the Sponjo, and Miranda with a $100 donation to MSF. First try equals $100. Them's the rules. Thank you very much for your compliance and your incredible generosity. We also have $50 from Kamuchin. Hey. Good luck, Delphi. Even though I was jealous of you in the beginning for stealing the sub 40 in this game, I am very happy to have you in the community. You're a big reason this run is still alive. You brought much new life in the game by finding many new strats and developing a full auto splitter. I am very grateful for getting to meet you. Greetings from Germany, less than 3.
Oh, thank you so much, Kamuchin. Yeah, so Kamuchin is the current world record holder. Very commandingly took it back, by the way. I came in and swooped in on a world record that was a marathon run that hadn't been touched in 6 months, and then optimized it a little bit, and then sniped world record, and then he got it back. There's no contest there. So but I always appreciate the support, and he's just an awesome runner, and really makes it look effortless. Like truly, I'm like, I watched the run. I'm like, I don't see how did you just reflect that back at me? Did, you jerk. Okay, so this guy. Thank you again, Kamuchin. This guy was recently scammed in a gold for cash scam. So I gave him, somebody gave him rocks instead of gold. So I'm just gonna toss those in the recycling bin. In this sandbox, you actually can recycle rocks. So we did that. And now we're gonna get to the etymology portion of the run, of the commentary. So I mentioned that there's a lot of puzzle elements, and most recently here, sorry it's a little bright, we got fireflies. So I don't need to tell anyone this, fireflies are bright purple. Fireflies like to chase things that are bright purple. And fireflies also they really just have a diet that subsists of carrots. And the reason they like carrots is because they're orange. And those are all just like true facts. You don't need to check them. And I'm gonna, how did I do that? And I need to apologize. On a hotfix run I did, I said that carrots were, and I quote, gross, and I got a lot of hate for that one. So I apologize to everybody who really loves carrots. You know what? Feel free to donate about carrots. You know, if you have strong feelings about carrots and you want to tell me about it, donate to charity.
Genuinely, if you want to tell us about your favorite preparation for carrots, what makes carrots good, what dishes they belong in, because I had a few suggestions for our runner earlier while we were in the practice room, but I would love to hear from the community what makes carrots really shine.
So we got the electricity going, and light. I'm not going to say spoilers. It's not like we're really following the story, and also, although text is in German. So I guess for Germans, this might be a spoiler. So there's our blue cousin. He's our cousin now, and he's going to come. He's going to allow us. He's going to give us a key that's going to let us get our last upgrade. The intention in the story is that we are going to. I did that. You know, not skipping that puzzle. That was a little contribution I did. I'll shout myself out. And so he's going to give us this key. And we're gonna like save him, but we're not gonna do any of that. We're gonna just leave him here he lives in Lava Town now.
I hope you treat your real cousins better than this.
So I've got, this upgrade is the translocator. It allows you to teleport. You shoot this ball and then you teleport to the ball. And it's kind of weak right now. It's like really short. Like there's a very high chance that as I'm trying to use this over here, it's going to roll back into the lava, and we'll get our first tot. But hopefully not. And so the next couple of sections are going to be me grabbing upgrades for it to then eventually get to the end. No tot. Okay, I do need a moment of quiet for myself here, because I need to kind of zero cycle this to do it right. Okay. Not in the clear yet, not in the clear. Okay, I think we're in the clear. So, I just have to do that fast, basically, before they spawn. 'Cause if they spawn, I get sent back all the way to where I got that upgrade, and then I have to fight them. So it's kind of a double whammy. I'm gonna shove this here. I'm not having with these archers today. You can use the force cube to kind of block them a little bit. I think we're good. Okay, cool. So I don't remember how to solve this puzzle. Casually, for what it's worth. Like, I don't remember the solution.
I thought the speedrun was over at this point because you just forgot how to do it.
So I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to grab, I get the flashing lights. It should be over in about a second or two. That is an interaction that obviously must have been programmed into the game, but that's not the solution because it is fleeting. So if basically what happened was, as that paper was burning, I ran the fireflies through it, and then they became burning. And you only get a second to do that. And I accidentally discovered it as I was speedrunning it. Kamushin actually independently discovered that too. And that's just way faster. I genuinely always thought the puzzle there was pretty finicky, so I'm glad I don't have to do that repeatedly. And so now we're coming out to the famed Mila skip by Crucial. That is 1, 2, 3, and there we go. That lets us, we gain a little height every time, and we're going straight to the final boss. And I know that it is now July, but happy Pride, everyone. Got our rainbow out here. It's always, you don't have to, you can be proud whenever. So here we are at GDQ. So we're headed straight to the final boss. We were looking for why our water wasn't flowing. I think that's why we went on this journey or something. And there's this big thing. It's gross. I honestly, even if the water was flowing past it, I don't know that I want to drink it. The official name for this is farting meat bag. So we're gonna solve this puzzle, and I'm not gonna overdo the explanation here in case anyone wants to do this, but I'm gonna run through this real quick. So we're coming up towards the end of the run. That doesn't mean we're done with fun. So we got sponges this time, but we're gonna dampen this one. So that's, it's different. This is not the Sponge of Destiny. It's a regular sponge. And I'm gonna run through. We use all the elements except for the strength upgrade that nobody cares to get because I don't know why I hate the strength upgrade. There's Mr. Miracle for real. Mr. Miracle's purple. Big spoilers, big story spoilers on that one. There's a whole cutscene with him, and fortunately we can skip it because it's extremely long.
Like you say something about like being upset with the strength upgrade. It's something in a speedrun that you can skip. Honestly, I would expect you to be grateful for this strength upgrade because you don't have to have it.
That's true. I should look at it. I should reframe it differently. I just think of it as being so useless. I'm literally standing here waiting to get farted. Okay, there we go. I love that even, like, the fart is more useful than the strength upgrade. Like, so here we go, and we are going to, I think time's coming up about 15, 20 seconds. Here. So if anyone see where this is going, I just painted that guy orange. And we've got these lovely little fireflies here that would like to have a snack. 1, 2. Okay, so time's gonna be when it fades to black, but yeah, we're just gonna have a good time. Yeah, they're gonna just munch on him a little bit and leave behind a big pile of poo, which we can do at 2 o'clock in the morning. And time. 43:47 is not terrible.
Truly, this is how the world ends. Not with a bang, but with fart jokes.
So here we've got, like, there's a little cutscene here that goes, it explains the story. I realized earlier as I was explaining this to ateatree that, like, wait a sec, this is like a whole thing. Your mom used to date this guy's brother. It was like, it's a whole weird thing. I don't know why they chose to make them related, whatever it is. Turns out Mr. Miracle, they're all, I don't know, it's some sort of message about they're red and they're blue and then the purple. It's fine. It's great. But it's fun and it's a good time. And so I'll take a moment to shout out just everybody who's donated. I really appreciate all of you who stayed up, who didn't stay up, who sent these donations in. You came out really in force and also got me to laugh really hard on stream. So I really appreciate that. Here's Mr. Miracle again. This time you actually note that his halo's floating. Turns out it's just a thin wire, he says. So after this section, we're gonna get like probably a very short amount of this based on the time, but with this Varoom Varoom is the #1 credit song of all time. You can look it up. It's on the, like, I don't even need to verify that. It's just facts. It's in German. I actually learned it in German in its entirety in case I was gonna be able to sing it at this event. I'm not. Thank goodness for everyone here. I tried really hard, but I still don't speak German. Sorry, I'm just having a good time.
Anyone else you want to shout out, Dan?
Marco, thank you. Thank you for coming all this way and helping. You know, Marco had a notebook with all these things that it would remind me of in case I messed up or in case I had backup strats. Andrea back there for donating and coming with me out here. Everyone who donated, all my friends and family and neighbors and coworkers and the German speedrunners, everybody who showed up, thank you so much. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for my family for being supportive, even though they don't really get what I'm doing here. And thanks again to the speedrunning community for just, you know, welcoming me in despite me just sort of coming in out of nowhere and then working together to get this going. So I'm so happy to be up here. Buy this game. It's $4 on Steam. You'll have a good time with it. And if you want to come speedrun it, we'll come help you out.
It's so much fun. Please do.